today he's taking the floor. The floor is his, and so I came to bring Mr. Mushiri, and I'm so happy to be with you here.
Happy to be with you again, honey.
Yes, and I will definitely give you more support. I'll be here. I'm not moving. So I'll be seated here.
We are in this together, you know.
Yes, but today I feel like the studio has been taken away from me.
Yes.
Because today Mr. Mushiri wants to share with us a very interesting life history. You guys have known about Mr. Mushiri, how he got adopted. I hope you have watched that, my people. Have you watched the first story where he has given us his story growing up as an adopted child? And you have seen our lovely, lovely mom, who is now my mother-in-law, and I'm so grateful to God that I have her.
Welcome, honey. Welcome.
I'm counting days to go and meet my mom-in-law,
Yes.
or rather my mom-in-law, because she's such an amazing woman. But again, there is where he started his life, there is where he was born. And so he has decided to give us a share of it and give us some very crucial lessons in life about it. So today I'll just sit here and listen on your behalf. Before you start listening, I will have heard the story, and then if there is any question I feel like probing for you guys, I will do that, because definitely you've shared with me this in past, and there are the lessons that I have picked, and I want our viewers also to pick such lessons. So without wasting so much time, welcome.
Thank you, honey. I'm grateful that we continue doing this together with you, and I can see you are struggling of what I am in Susu that I am. And that I was telling you, just regarding me as a resident guest.
Oh, resident. Yeah, resident guest. It was out.
Yes, and viewers, you know my story from other the interviews where I have shared my story to where I am. But now I want to condense, honey, a story of my life with my biological parents. Up to where then I joined into the life with my foster parents. Because viewers, what you have known about me is my life growing up with my adopting parents as an adopted child, and I regard them as my foster parents. Now it is the life before that time that I want to share with the viewers.
Thank you. And you know, guys, you seated there and you're wondering, why does he want to tell us about his life? How he was born? Like, this is what I yes. The Bible is well written, and many of the things that we read in the Bible, Abraham was born. We see Abraham not being born. Abraham, we see him when he's called by God from his hometown to go to the land of the unknown. And we are told about his life history, how he got Isaac, how Isaac grew up, and all that. And from that story, there is so much that we pick and we learn from it. And you see, as time goes by, it may look like those things are so far-fetched. And we are feeling, the reason they were able to adapt to that kind of faith, like you've been told to move, it's like maybe that time they didn't even have permanent investment, like maybe had to have a permanent house, that's why it was easy for him to wake up and leave. Until when, if today you hear someone who, let's say like our deputy president, that God has called him to leave Kenya and start his journey with all that he has, with his capacity in the country and all that, or even our president, that brings us more closer to the experience, and we would be able to pick the lessons easier, right? So our reason for sharing this is because just like in the Bible we read and we get inspirations from the people's life, that's why we also feel it's good sometimes to share something that has a lesson, not just anything, not the fact that I was born, I was brought up, even you might feel you were born, you were brought up and all that. Yeah? So I think it was, I thought it was good for me to clarify that before someone wonders,
oh, what is this? And it's true as you have said, in the Bible we have genealogies where you hear so was the son of so, so and so, to the end, even up to Abraham, those genealogies. And they are important because we get in touch with those stories of the Bible, and they have a moral lesson that they give unto us. And by the time I finish this story, there will be moral lessons that you will have learned from it. And so, honey, and viewers, my name is Alexander Mushiri Sendi. I've always told you that I come from Kirinyaga County. The Kirinyaga East sub-county, the place formerly called Igishogo. That's where I come from. And as at now, I've told you viewers, I'm the lucky person who is married to the gracious lady, the queen of my life, Susie Yule Diadem. And God has blessed us with children, 3 adult children and 6 grandchildren. And so God has been gracious to us. And this person called Mushiri, I want to tell you a little bit about my biological parents and my biological family. My father's name, my biological father's name is Sandy Wakenyua. That is my father's name. And my mother's name is Rudu Wambura Sandy. So these are my biological parents. I was born together with we were 5 of us, have 5 biological siblings, and viewers, I'll tell you that of all the 5 of them, as at one, which is our last born sister, as at now I don't know where she is. One of my brothers is not alive, so my other brother is still living up to today, and one of my sisters are still living. So 3 of us are still alive up to today.
There are these people in Kameme TV or Kameme radio station who are able to connect you with your sister. Or better still, we will try to see. Tukishindwa, if you are not able to, yes, we go to them and we tell them we want to trace our lost sister.
Our lost sister.
Yes.
Yes, and so that is those are my parents and the siblings that we have. I've said one of my brother has died. As I've said, my sister, one of my last born sister, I don't know where she is. Maybe I'm going to follow your route. And 3 of us are still living. Now, my father died in 1967. Sandy Wakenyua died in 1967, and my mother died in 1979.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you can see both my parents died when I was quite young, especially my father. I was very small when he died because 79 I was still in high school. And when my mother died, and
your dad died when you were in primary school?
No, I was not in school. 1967.
Oh, 1967.
I was a small boy. But then it's my mom who died when I was in high school. That's when my mom died. And the growing up in that family, it wasn't easy because my parents lived when the ancestral land was being given to the parent, and then you share with your children, or if the parents are not there, the elder brother, who then will share with other brothers. So the one who received the ancestral right when we were growing up is my elder uncle to share with his brothers, who included my dad, my father. And what happened is that, viewers, when my father had died, my uncle was not willing to give us our share of the land. And so we lived, my mom and I, and our siblings lived a life of, we come to your place, you give us time to stay with you for some time. If you are tired of us, then you chase us away and we go to the next place. That's the life that we lived.
With your dad?
My dad is already died.
Okay.
Yeah, 67.
So
now,
your brother has not given you any
the share of our land. My uncle has not given us the share of the land. And so we are left now to live our life. We come and request you, allow us to be with you for some time. Then you allow us, people are kind to us, and thank God for them, because they were really able to give us some accommodation for a bit of time. When you feel like now the time is expired, you let us go. That's the life we lived. And it's like we live nomadic life. And I remember what caused us to move from the first station where we were accommodated by the time my father died in 1967. It was a very bad and ugly incident, honey, I want to share with the viewers. Because that night, my elder brother and my little sister and myself, we were sleeping in the house. Those days were glassed, thatched houses, and the walls were mud. And so we were there, three of us, my elder brother, my sister, my little sister, and my mom. All of us sleeping in one place. That's how the life I lived those days. And it's alive, viewers, I describe as a destituted life. You know, there is difference between living a poor life and destituted life. Because I don't know whether viewers, you have the Kikuyu word. Those who understand Kikuyu, because I know many of us may not understand Kikuyu. But those who understand Kikuyu, they know when you talk of a poor person, we are talking of Mundu Mudeni. But when we are talking of a destituted person, we are talking of a Mundu Mugieki. So destitution is the greatest extreme level of poverty. That is what we lived. And this is what you can hear now. I'm saying at this time, we are living in a mud walled house, glass thatched, where we are living there, even with our goats and calves of animals, our beans and maize all in the same place. So the house is the bedroom, is the store, is the kitchen.
So I'm even seeing your mom, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know where this button has come from. I'm even seeing your mom, a single mom.
Yes.
With 4 kids.
Yeah.
5.
5 kids, yes.
Single mom with 5 kids,
yes,
with
yes.
no place to live.
Yes.
So, single ladies. Okay, I hope this story ends well so that we encourage someone there.
Yeah.
Because now I feel for her.
Yeah.
She don't have a place of her own.
Yes.
So she's being accommodated.
Yes.
So when she has gotten a house, even if it is one room,
Yes.
she gets in with her children, with her goats,
Yes.
everything.
Yes. It is the store, it's the kitchen, it's the bedroom.
Oh dear.
In fact, I want to say, I tell you, honey, the bed we slept together with my mom. That bed,
Wow.
and my sister and myself. That's how it was.
Wow.
Then, so I'm describing that in determining night. When my elder brother, I don't know what had happened, and I think this is why, honey, I detest issues of drug and substance abuse. Because under the influence of drug and substance abuse, he decided to kill all of us and put on the house on fire. And viewers, everybody was asleep. My mom was deeply asleep. My little sister was deeply asleep. I don't know what awoke me. And I could see the house burning. And I told Mom and my sister, hey, the house is burning. And by good luck, and you see, my brother put the house on fire and went out, leaving us to die.
Oh my God. Funny.
Yeah. So we were able to sneak out, to escape death by fire. My mom, my sis, and I, but too late to save anything. All the goats, all the food that preserved there was all gone. Then the following day, the person who hosted us told us, I think with this kind of a life, we cannot keep you here, so better look for another place. So you can now imagine my little sister and myself, Mom, now with the cows, the bigger cows that were in the cow pen outside, now going, looking for the next place. And so we lived a life moving from one place to the other.
Sorry.
And I want to tell you, that put me into a lot of problem because I'm the one who witnessed. So my brother was arrested, taken to prison, and who was going to be the witness? It's the little boy Mushiri.
Because you saw everything.
Because I saw everything. And those days, do you know where I went for court? It's Muranga.
Wow.
There wasn't a court in Kirinyaga. So we would come all the way to Muranga for court. And my brother was arrested for many years, but later came out. Was put in prison for many years, and later came out. So I'm saying now, we were subjected to that kind of life. And I remember by the time we encountered my foster parents, who are now the game changer in my life, we had moved to, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homesteads, where we were accommodated for a little while. Now, I know viewers are asking, are you not in school? Indeed, I wasn't in school. That kind of a life could not allow me to go to school. So the life I lived is life of taking care of the animals that remained after the others were burnt in the house. And we were able to grow these animals to a big flock of cows, goats, and sheep. And I'm the one who is looking after them. And honey, I want to share you 2 very interesting incidences of my life as a shepherd boy, small boy looking after animals.
So you started shepherding animals before you started shepherding
people.
men.
Because before I became a shepherd of people, I was a shepherd of goats, cows, and animals. And I didn't know the difference between a snake and a millipede.
No, me, I don't want to listen to that story. Ooh-wee. No, the time is coming. A word.
The difference between a snake and a millipede. So I was grazing, I was looking after the animals, at one point, I could see a long black thing. And I thought it was a long, big millipede. And with the shepherd stick I was having, I touched it. And I could see it rolling towards me.
Honey.
And when,
for you viewers, not for me.
And when I stopped, I could see it rolling back. And it became a nice game. I was chasing a game with this big animal, reptile. Me, I thought it was a millipede.
So you're wondering, why is this millipede this big?
And it was fun for me. And I called the other young boys with whom we are looking after animals, come and see the game. And they told me, "Whoa, Mushib ran away. It's a snake." Thank God. I think God is gracious. He knows how to protect his people. If it had spat on me or beaten me, and the medical conditions of those days, maybe I will not be where I am today.
I would be single. Oh my goodness. But the Lord would not have allowed it.
Yeah. The other thing is, so that's how I developed the phobia for snakes. So I don't touch a snake, even the smallest one, I will not kill. I developed high phobia for snakes.
Because of the screams the boys made.
Yes, and they told me, "Run away. You are going to be beaten. This is dangerous." And by this time, it had stood up like this. So I had to run away. And I developed a phobia for snakes. I can't kill any. Up to today. But the other story I want to give, as a shepherd, a person looking after, a small boy looking after the animals, it is amazing how you can train animals so that they behave. And I don't know whether this also had a touch of my life as a pastor. Because what I saw is that if the animals could want to graze into other people's farms, and you know, those days is free graze, not domesticated grazing where you enclose the animals, is free graze. And so if I could see an animal wanting to graze into the to people's farm, I would let it get it there. Then go for it. And then bring it to the flock. And watch it. Then watch it, go back, go for it again. Return it. Then watch it. If it goes a third time, I put a rope on it and tie it on a tree. And I will really cane it.
You cane
the animal. Then unrope it, let it free.
Are you telling us you are disciplining animals with a cane?
Yes. And I want to tell you, that animal, next time it thinks of going to somebody's farm, it will look at me.
It's looking at you. How are you looking at
Yes.
me? Are you seeing me?
If I look at it, it won't. And that is the way I was able to take.
Like you're beating the animal as a punishment.
Yes.
That it went the
Yeah.
other side
It
of
realizes.
it crossed the border.
Yes.
You beat it, then you untie it.
Yes.
And you let it
Go. If it goes, it will get a severe beating again. The third time it thinks of going, or for the time, it will first look at me until it stops that habit. So my animals, the animals I grazed, they knew if they had me cough, all of them will behave. So they would graze. And when they had grazed enough, I will take them, take water, then they will sleep. Then in the evening, I'll take them home.
I'm even imagining, when you punish one, the rest will not cross the boundary also.
They won't. So you can imagine, if animals are trainable.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, animals are trainable, honey. If animals are trainable, how easy is it to train a human being to be in good discipline?
But since you have experienced both,
yes,
which one do you think? I know as a pastor you have tried to discipline some people misbehaving, and now as a shepherd you tried animals.
It's not easy for human beings. It's not easy.
What a challenge.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
What a challenge, guys.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And so those are the two maybe lessons I want to give.
As a shepherd boy.
As a shepherd boy.
Interesting, oh my God. So, scary and interesting. Me for the first time is scary. The second one is interesting and challenging at the same time.
Yes. So going back to our nomadic life, that we are living from one home to the other with my lifestyle now of looking after the animals. Then viewers, I give the story of the first determining hosting that we had and what happened that we moved from that place because we were almost killed by fire. But now the final home, before now I'm going to my adopting my foster parent. It's why we go and live with a family. And that family was kind now viewers because they hosted us for 2 years. That was a long time, isn't it? I'm very grateful to them. And in that time, my mama and I thought we could sell some of our animals because we had already, they were breed, they were quite a number. And buy a piece of land elsewhere. And we managed to acquire 2 acres of land.
Because I'm imagining your animals are very marketable.
Yes.
Because they are very disciplined.
Yeah.
Like you are telling someone, buy my cow, it is very disciplined.
Yeah.
So you managed to sell the flock.
The flock, we sold the whole flock, and so that we can buy 2 acres of land in a very good place. Still in Kirinyaga County, in a small town called Kirinyaga. That's when we got a nice piece of land. But then, as I said, now my elder brother, who was in prison of attempting to burn us in the house, was already out of prison.
No, let him not burn this house.
Now, what is now happening is that my mother, traditionally then, women could not register land in their name.
Is it?
Yeah, those days.
Oh.
And then the tradition required if the husband is not there, you register the piece of land in the name of the elder son. And now who is our elder son?
Where?
Is the same man. And so he was now out of prison, looking good, now changed person. And my mom thought I could register this piece of land of 2 acres in the name of my elder son. I don't want to mention his name in the view of the camera. And so when my brother knew that the 2 acres of land are registered in his name, what he did is that he went and connived with the man who was selling us the piece of land. And they agreed that he gets the money for the sale of the land, and then doesn't take the land. And so my brother collected the money and ran away. And I was not able to, I did not see him again until some 20 or 25 years down the line is when he serviced again. Now, honey, now look at Mushiri, my little sister, and my mom now. The piece of land we wanted to buy is not there. All the animals are not there. What are we left with? Now, this person who hosted us for 2 years hosted us with the expectation, now that you are buying a piece of land, we are going to vacate this place.
Yes.
He realized now the land we were going to get is not there. He lost patience. Alright? My mom was working somewhere and was given the news that my brother has collected the money and has run away. No land, no animal, and that caused her hypertensiveness that killed her in 1979. You can see how deep emotional pain can be. Okay? But just before she died, then she comes home to where we are hosted, and we are told, I think tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, tonight is your last time, the time here. So can you organize where you go? And did you know we were chased by night? And viewers, I felt a lot of pain about this. A lot of pain because I'm the one who looked after those animals. And I took good care of them. And all of them are a waste. The land you are trying to buy is not there. And I even took care of these animals. I would not want anybody to play around. I remember at one time I literally fought with my maternal uncle coming to collect dowry for himself from these animals, because my father had not paid dowry to them for mom. So he thought he could come and
pay himself with the
yes.
cows.
So he came where I was hiding on and wanted to take them, and I told them there. I think God had given me a lot of courage.
And I can imagine you're this
small boy. There, touch one of it. Now here I'm having a big stick.
And you're telling me, I talk to animals, they hear me.
They hear me.
You'll
hear me. I tried. He never took not even a single one, and he tried several times. And now my brother has taken them all. No land. I felt pain.
Oh dear.
Felt cheated, wasted time. Now here, and if you can imagine, if I felt like that, what was the feeling of my mom?
When I was about to celebrate this single mom who is coming from the life of destitute, she's at least worked herself out, and now she's going to be a landowner. All of a sudden,
it's gone. Tonight. Can you allow us to go tomorrow? No, it's tonight. And at that night, I can see my mom and my little sister, and I, so hopeless. And I don't know whether I want to tell the rest of the story, or viewers, I give it next time. But I want to say my mom had decided now she has reached the end of the road. If you have read the story of Live and Let Live, I think it had become so difficult for her. She had reached the end of living and letting live. And so what she wanted is to take herself and us into the big river Nyamidi, through herself and us there, and then she'll exit the problems that she was in, so hopeless. And it is when she was going to execute that, when on the way,
she had actually planned about
she had planned about it,
and she was about to do it.
She was about to do it. And on the way to execute her plan, God sent my foster mom and met us. We encountered on the way. And
on the way to River
Nyamidi, and asked her, Rudu, Wadiko, and explained what she was going to do. Wow. Thank God. And viewers, sometimes it pays when you are in great pain, at least to talk to somebody. Because if my mom did not share what she was going to do to my foster mom, maybe she would have truly executed her plan. But then, her sharing her story, her pain, and what she wanted to do with my foster mom, who is now our mom, that became a game changer.
Wow.
And if you want to know the story of what happened after my encounter with my foster parents, then we are going to give you a link. You can now read and follow that story. That's my life, honey, and viewers, before I encountered my foster parents.
Guys, let me ask you. You're taking your life. You have parents who can accommodate you. You've been rejected by your boyfriend. You've been rejected by your husband. You've been chased away from that matrimonial home you called yours. But at least you have a sister who can accommodate you. You have a brother who can accommodate you. You have your parents who can accommodate you. Me, I'm seeing this single mom. Imagine, my imagination is not even on you. It's shifting completely. I'm not hearing your story, actually. Yeah. Me, I'm not hearing your story. Yeah. I'm hearing your mom's story. Because I'm seeing this single mom. And you see, those days, it's not like today where, at least today, it's like people have appreciated one can be a single mom for various reasons. But then, it looked like it was, you are cast or something as being a single mom, right? Yeah. So I'm carrying her burden, I'm feeling her. And I'm feeling like she was justified to even think that the only solution that was there was just to take away her life and the life of her children. But imagine even in that situation where which looks justifiable, why one should do that? It didn't happen. Right. And your mom lived for years before her demise, right? Yes. So this woman still lived even after that great pain. Imagine the greatest pain you're feeling today. It has an end. It has an end. Because this woman, and I wish that wishes are just wishes, because I wanted to wish if she was alive today. But even then, she didn't die that day when she was thinking that the best thing she could do is to die and die with her children. She didn't die that day. Life still continued. Right. Are you in so much pain as a single mom? And you're feeling like, this is my end. I don't know what tomorrow holds. These are the children. So that those children, you're looking at them and you're wondering, where will I take them? The house I was living in, I've been chased away. The shop I would have gone to, I don't have. I don't have a matrimonial home because we was already chased away. So where am I going? Imagine when we say God makes way, where there seems to be no way.
Yes.
I feel like preaching. I have to trust in God for every difficult moment. Don't take your life. Don't become hopeless. God is able to change the story because finally He's here.
Yeah. Even when, honey, you are experiencing what we call near-death experiences. Because for us, I had two near-death experiences.
Yes.
One being burnt in the house. The second one being thrown into the river. It's when you encounter those extreme situations, and maybe honey, if you allowed me, I will give 3 moral lessons.
Yes, go ahead.
For this. And one of it is this, honey. In your life, never despise a person because of his present status. And I'll tell you, in that former life, where we were landless, to the extent that my dad was buried in a cemetery in Nyeri. I don't know where his grave is. And my mother is buried in a borrowed church land. We borrowed a grave in the church land for her to be buried because she had nowhere to be buried. And here I'm being left a destitute person. People despised me. To the extent when I went to school and passed in my exams, people were wondering, kwani hakuna mtoto mwingine angepita? Does it mean there is not any other person's child who would have passed because it's like Mushiri was not supposed to pass? To the extent when I went to wanted to go for ministerial training to be a pastor, the people at around my area, kwani kumekosekana mtu? Does it mean there is nobody else that, because I was regarded as a destitute person who have no future. Viewers, I am a living example today that never despise a person because of his present status. He is this way today. You don't know what he will be, how that person will be tomorrow. The third moral story, viewers, I want to give is this. What I am today and what God has made my wife and I and our children to be today is an example, is a demonstration that if you allowed yourself to live and let others live, you have an opportunity. Just imagine if my mom did not allow herself to live and let us live, we will not be where we are today. There is still a tomorrow, and tomorrow can be better. So allow yourself to live and let others live, because tomorrow is better than today. It may be dark today, but never ye think that it will always be dark.
Thank you. I feel like shedding tears. But he has said the dark day today does not mean all days will be dark. Think about that. Bye.
Bye.